Oh no. With him gone, I was left alone in the booth. Finally, at this time, a feeling of embarrassment welled up inside me. I had nothing to do but go beet red with shame. The waitress from before returned, her eyes alternating between the order slip and the table. Arriving at my seat, she hesitantly tried to say something. A more veteran waitress offered some advice from over her shoulder. Just calm down and say, sorry for the wait. Right, just like that. Do your best. Whispering that into her ear, the veteran waitress left. This waitress must have just been hired. With an absolute lack of confidence, she moved hesitantly, and maybe even somewhat perilously. Just watching her put me on edge. I silently watched as she placed the dessert on the table with an inexperienced hand. But it's just as Dad said. What incredible uniforms these are. They were like a bunny girl plus a maid plus some sort of frilly outfit, all in a perfect ratio. Most certainly a rather dubiously charming kind of fashion. In any case, she in no way appeared to be a proper waitress. But that's okay, that's not why the people come here. What should I do? I was catching glimpses of too many things. That is, I didn't know where I should look. Wearing something like that, walking around the restaurant, it's as bad as it can be for digestion. Even though she was wearing the outfit, this particular waitress had no idea what to do either. This flustered state, without a doubt, should be attributed to the amount of bare skin showing rather than being new to the job. Both the waitress and I mutually avoided eye contact. What a platonically embarrassing feeling this is. I'm a customer, you know? It's alright to be more straightforward. Huh. My nose is starting to bleed. At that moment, our eyes just happened to meet. Both of us blinked, doubting who we were looking at. What? This is...
Mion, だよな。
Is that Mion? On top of her hair being let down, she was so far removed from her usual confidence-filled attitude. I didn't realize it was her at all. It was Mion. Why is she here? My voice, I can feel it cracking more and more the more I'm talking. I'm hoping the set's not too much longer.
お前、なんでこんなとこで働いてるんだよ。
おじさんのお店の手伝い。
Come to think of it, I did hear her talk about how her relatives have stores in town, and that she sometimes works part-time to help them.
おー、それはご苦労さんなことで。
The nervous feeling I had dissipated in an instant. Knowing that this was Mion, there was no reason to feel that way. Well, actually, my animal instinct tells me that the power balance between Mion and myself has been turned upside down. Is that Mion? It looks a little different. I mean, I'm not just saying like the big difference. I mean like the, you know, everything else. That's right, I'm a customer. My position is superior to hers. The humiliation from today's penalty game was cutting through the recesses of my mind. There really is a God. For him to grant me this opportunity for revenge. Noticing the flames of vengeance burning in my eyes, Mion took a step back.
しかし、こうしてみると、結構そういう服も似合ってるじゃねえの。
恥ずかしいんだからあんまり見ないでよ。
I confirmed my preemptive strike was a clean hit. There's no mistaking that Mion is currently defenseless. While confirming my attack was successful, I simultaneously lined up the combo.
ミオンって結構胸があるから、今にも見えちゃいそうだよな。 お客さんみんな見てるぞきっと。
そんなこと。
Her name is still Waitress, so I'm fairly convinced this isn't Mion.
恥ずかしがったふりしてもダメだからな。ミオンはそういう恥ずかしい衣装で男の目を引いて楽しんでんだろ。じゃなきゃそんな格好できないもんな。
You're sure being rather harsh here, aren't you, Keiichi?
私だって好きでこんなしてるわけじゃ。
Is this alright, Keiichi Maibara? Aren't you taking this a little too far? Even if it's payback for that humiliation during the day, isn't this too much? Hey, shut up, logic! To pay back me on tenfold is a chance you'll hardly ever get.
こんな恥ずかしい格好してお母さんは悲しんでるぞ。
That's pretty rude, actually.
その見えそうで見えないのが最高だよな。もっとチコを寄れ。
堪忍して。
お客様への奉仕の心がまだまだでおじ
Wow,
ゃるさよ。
you're getting a little creepy here.
どうかお許し。
Oh no.
お持ち帰り。
You're a creepy old man now.
それは
Entering a version of Rena's cute mode, blood spewing from my nose like a waterfall, I was going until I had no regrets. I was going to complete this verbal humiliation revenge for today's events.
これくらいで今日は許してやろう。
That was a weird noise. It seemed that Mion's neural circuits had completely shorted from the embarrassment. I might have teased her a little too much, or so I thought. But such a meek Mion is something you hardly ever see, so this was good for now. Leaving aside what exactly was good,
しかし知らなかったな。天下ごめんのミオンがウェイトレスは苦手なんてな。
違う。
でも意外な一面だよな。昼間のミオンに見せてやりたいよ。っていうかレナたちにも見せてやりたいな。レナなんかきっと狂乱して喜ぶぞ。あいつこの店で働きたいとか言い出すんじゃないかな。
違うんです。
俺もミオンにこんな可愛い服装が似合うなんて夢にも思わなかったぜ。
だから違うんです。
while turning bright red, Mion finally spit out the words that were lodged in her throat.
違うって何がだよ。
ミオンじゃないんです。
What? I was taken aback at Mion's confusing words.
ミオンじゃないって。じゃあお前は誰だよ。
I'm... Neomi...
園崎ミオンだろ。
ごめんなさい。
I'm backwards Mion.
言いそびれちゃってたんですけど、私園崎シオンなんです。
Shion? That's almost as bad as my thing.
姉がミオンなんですよ。
My eyes unconsciously widened with surprise from this brazenly crazy talk. Mion, probably thinking that there's no way that such a far-fetched excuse would work, turned bright red while fidgeting nervously.
シオン？園崎？
はい。よくお姉に間違われるんです。
でも俺に会った時初対面とは思えない反応を示したよな。
それはいつもお姉が話してる人だから知ってたわけで。
A little bit of cringe-worthy excuse, that is. But when I looked at Mion's eyes, which begged me to believe her, the urge to tease completely subsided. To us, Mion had to be a leader who was normally overflowing with confidence, a guiding force. If I were to lash out at that Mion, I would have ruined something I shouldn't have. That was something I would never wish for. So, I understand. This foolishness here is something very different from the everyday Mion. That's why she's Shion.
そっか。だったら、悪かったな。
いえ、分かってくれればいいんです。
Something weird about that face I don't like. That blink, maybe. Not sure.
お姉も敵の多い人ですから。
Well, now, she's self-aware of the fact... Now, is she? Oh, wait, hold on. I do want to check something, so I can't see Marshmallow picture. If someone could link me to a picture of what this looks like in the original artwork, that would be super great. But we can see... Let's see... what this looks like. Huh, that's kind of cute. There's a little less... going on up there. But it's cute. I want to see what the marshmallow hands looks like, though. As I unintentionally laughed aloud, Shion laughed with me.
シオンはこういう仕事初めてなのか？慣れてなさそうだったからさ。
実は今日がケイちゃんが初めてのお客さんなの。
A little flustered after saying that, she quickly asked if it was okay for her to refer to me the same way her sister did. Seeing that blatant quirk was so cute, I couldn't stop laughing.
おじさんの店でバイトしてるってのは前に聞いてたけどもっと手慣れてるものだと思ってたぜ。
お店持ってる親類って他にもいるの。だからこのお店のおじさんの手伝いをするのは初めてで。
I see. Makes sense. Anybody would be tentative doing a job they weren't used to.
ミオンはこの店手伝いに来ないのか？
おねってほら、こういう可愛いの苦手なんで。
I know what she's trying to say.
そうだな。ミオンってかっこいい系の方が似合うやつだもんな。だからこの店の手伝いはシオンちゃんが来て正解だったと思うぜ。
Huh? Shion asked, probably thinking she misheard me.
その制服、ミオンなんかには絶対に似合わないと思うけど、シオンちゃんにはよく似合ってると思うしさ。
え、それって
Shion, like Rina often does, spaced out and turned bright red.
どういう意味なのかな。
At least for this moment, it felt like Shion, like the Shion character actually existed. Because there was no way that the Mion I knew had this side to her. At that moment, we realized that the more veteran waitress was waving at us from across the room.
園崎さん、R 入っちゃっていいですよ。はい。
Mion finally returned to her senses. It seems as if it was time for her to take her break.
じゃあ私はこれで噂のケイちゃんと話せて楽しかったです。
ミオンと勘違いしていじめて悪かったな。ミオンには改めて復習すると伝えておいてくれ。
メイドの格好をさせられて表を歩かせられたんですよね。
Scary face. That devilish laugh and smile. It was exactly the same as the one I knew.
そうだ。たっぷり書かされた恥はきっとお返しすると伝えておいてくれ。
Sorry, I'm still kind of curious. Let's see what that one looks like. Character sprites. It doesn't look as evil in this one. I wish there was like an easy button I could push to swap these. That would be a lot less annoying. そ
れ
Bleh.
より私、今日いじめられたことお姉にチクりますから。お姉に部活で敵を取られちゃってくださいね。
上等だぜ。返り討ちにしてやら。
Mion laughed with a warm... Well, you keep calling her Mion. With a warm smile devoid of any remaining nervousness, and disappeared into the back. I felt like I had a very valuable experience today. That's right. for now I know the high and mighty Mion is a weak point to panic and get embarrassed about. But of all things, for her to say she has a twin sister, I thought that maybe I should ask Rena tomorrow if she really has a sister. But maybe it's better that I didn't ask. It's a bit mean-spirited. I decided that the person I met here today was Shion, the younger twin sister. So I'll refrain from doing anything that would deny that. There's something weird about how you're stating this. I don't know. Like, you want to believe this, even though you don't actually believe it. It's not that we actually made a promise or anything. But that little exchange gave birth to a new rule between me and Mion. Somebody tapped me on the shoulder. It was my dad. That was long trip to the washroom. He probably came up with a new idea for an art piece when he was sitting on the can.
Keiichi, そろそろいいか? 帰ろう.
Weren't you complaining about your dessert? Settling the bill, my father had his customer card stamped. It was pretty much filled. Dang, Dad, you're quite the regular customer.
さっきの新米ウェイトレスさんはケイイチの知り合いか?
なんだ、物陰から見てたのかよ。
Dad has the oddest sense of tact sometimes.
学校の子かい? ひなみ沢の?
うん、俺の友達のミオンってやつの妹なんだよ。学校はひなみ沢じゃなくて町野に通ってるみたいだね。学校じゃ会ったことないから。
へえ。ひなみ沢の子ってみんなケイイチと同じ学校に通ってるわけじゃないのか?
半分くらいらしいよ。半分の生徒は町の学校まではるばる自転車で登校してるんだってさ。
In this way, the feeling I was really talking to Shion came to me. What should I say to Mion tomorrow? I met your little sister, something like that? Even with Mion being like that, us having a secret between the two of us made me both a little happy and a little embarrassed. See, the way he's dealing with this is very strange. Like, he doesn't want to believe it, but he's like, for now I'm going to, I'm going to do that. Which is weird. It almost double the fun. It's like, it almost feels like he's trying to convince someone else of this. Even though it's all internally within his head. I don't know. It's kind of strange. Is there really a Shion?
あ、ミオンさんの家族？
ああ、もっと平たく言えば、あいつに兄弟とかいないのかなって思ってさ。
I was actually wondering whether her younger twin sister named Shion really existed. And my curiosity got the better of me, so I quietly asked Satoko about it.
どうなんでございましょうね。いるやらいないやら。
She wasn't being very clear about it. Had Satoko never gone over to Mion's house to play? Or maybe it's, the same thing, is that no one's going to tell us, and then when we, find out too much, we're going to get killed again. Maybe.
その反応からすると、会ったことがないみたいだな。
ええ、おばあさん以外にはありませんですわ。
As far as I could tell, there were already dark clouds over the Shion is real theory.
そういうのは理科が詳しいですわよ。理科に聞いてごらんなさいですわ。
Satoko waved to Rika-chan, who was basking in the sunlight. Whoops. Just clicking everything today.
リカ、ミオンさんのご家族のことをご存知ですの？
Rika-chan was surprised at the sudden question.
ミーには家族や親戚がいっぱいいますですから、全部。
そ んなにたくさんいるのか。例えばさ、園崎シオンってやつはいるのか。その聞き間違いかもしれないから。
She might not actually
ひょっとする
exist,
と実在し
but
ないかもしれないんだけど。
C ですか？ C はいますですよ。
huh? That was unexpected. So she was real.
よく似た名前ですのね。間違えて舌を噛んじゃいそうですわ。ミーの双子の妹さんだと聞いたことがありますですが、あまり会ったことはないのです。
Rika-chan knew a bit about her as well, but hadn't seen her much.
何年か前に法事の集まりがあった時に会ったような気がしますですよ。
このクラスにいないってことは、学校は沖宮の方に通っているってわけかな。
お家も沖宮なのかもしれませんわよ。だってミョンさん自身家族とは別でおばあさんと暮らしてるわけですから。
She didn't live with her parents? That was a bit odd. Was there something between them?
とてもややこしいお家なのです。親類の数が多いらしいですから、きっといろいろと都合があるに違いないのですわ。
For now, I learned that she had a younger twin sister named Shion, but her family structure, including her own position, still seemed very mysterious.
お、3人揃って何の話だい？おじさんも混ぜてよ。あら、ミオンさんいいところへ。ミオンさんに双子の妹さんがいるってのは本当でございますの？
Mion, crap.
妹？いるよ。
Mion grew uncharacteristically red in the face, at a loss. I think she's looking at me.
あら、それは知らなかったですわ。どんな方なのかしら。ぜひ一度お顔を見てみたいですわね。会わない方がいいよ。全然可愛くないし、生意気だし、たまに電話で話すくらいで、私もしばらく会ってないし。
Yeah, I don't know about the Shion character. Why did it looks why did it looks like she was in such a panic? It's like she was declaring that the Shion from yesterday was actually a fake. Anyway, this was pretty funny, so I let it go for a while longer. Another Mion under the name of Shion. Will I be able to see her if I go to that restaurant again? I had a mysterious feeling, as if I'd made a new friend, despite knowing that she and Mion were the same person. It's almost like Keiichi's not telling us something, right? Like he's so dead set on that they're the same person, that I kinda wonder if it's almost like, slight spoilers for, let's say, probably, I don't know, Chapter 2 of Umineko, if you hadn't gotten to there, but it's almost like he's both inside and outside the game, in that same way that Battler was in Umineko. Not that the two characters could talk to each other, of course, but that, you keep having one character telling things that the other character shouldn't really know, and he's so certain of it, like it sounds like he knows more than he's letting on. Reprinted from the Victorious War Photographer's Guide, April issue. Complete conquest analysis. Family restaurant chapter. Now at last we come to the blazing hot third day. To Angel Mort, a super famous restaurant in the envy of all enthusiasts, despite being located in the remote Shishabone city of XX Prefecture. Why exactly do the most famous stores avoid the center of human habitation? It can only be because it is a trial given to us by the god of war photography. It's famous locally for having the best desserts in town, But that matters not to us. If you want expensive desserts, then you can just go to a place or something. We aim not for the sweet treats, but for the sweet uniforms. Hey. The fragrant aroma of sweat? Ew. Sweat wafts from these obligatory waitress uniforms, creating no less than a public torture device. Excuse me? How can their bashful flirtation be on par with all the other restaurants with cute uniforms across the country? War photographer Hunter. Away! The smoking areas are the real superposition. Aim for your chance at them with the tenacity of the octopus. Ryu, yesterday I failed to get seating. Today I will aim for the ultimate golden seat, the corner box in the smoking area. Otaku are overwhelmingly non-smokers. So I'll picture a spot in the smoking area and set up camp there. As expected of Ryu the Hunter. He's saying his victory was decided the moment he chose his seat. In actuality, Ryu used the same tactic during the grand opening of Akihabara's X and succeeded in getting the best seats in the house. Back then, he also went early in the afternoon, just after the lunch rush. And not only did he find his target seat empty, he also obtained it with ease. By utilizing tricks such as ordering a little at a time, he effectively increased the number of opportunities for engagement, carefully scoping out his chance for a picture. But, as if cursed by that from the day before, the god of war photography did not smile upon him. After suffering successive firm defeats until 3 p.m., he finds no chances coming his way. And after 4 p.m., a man began to take his orders. It looks as though he's been seen through. It is the rule of a hunter to withdraw with grace once marked. My aim was perfect, but the fork technique I used at 2:30 seemed to have backfired. Maybe they were wary since I sat in a booth and left my bag on the floor. My camera was already hidden in my travel bag, and might fossilize in there. If there were two-digit EGs involved for sticking here half the day, I'd have a high encounter rate. I'm mortified. Even so, he still got a few pieces of gold. As to be expected from the hunter. He attained this nice angle, despite lamenting his failure. He is an artisan. More surprising, though, is that this uniform conquest across Japan has yielded not a single arrested person. What an amazing start for the hunter who brags about having been to approximately half of the total prefectural police stations in the country. That thing the day before. The day before our hunter took on the Shrine Maiden cuisine in Nagoya? His hunter spirit showed through too zealously, and as soon as he entered the store, he was seen through, placed in a booth, and waited on by the head priest. Despite waiting half a day, the much-anticipated Shrine Maidens appeared only at the time of his first order. A seriously huge blunder for the hunter. Now then, here we have the giveaway of the hunter's original photographs that always receive such high praise. We'll present one passionate reader with 3 all-you-can-eat low-angle pictures of the Angel Mart uniforms chosen by the hunter himself. With such blazing hot pictures, you too can become a war photographer today. So he's a pervy photographer that gets posted in what I can only assume is like a tabloid or The Onion or something, I don't know. Alright, that was a long one. And I could tell towards the end my voice was starting to crack. I'm mostly back from being sick, but I still got probably a day or two before it kind of fully runs off, so this next day or two is gonna be a little rough on my voice for trying to do any kind of wacky voices. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for some more Higurashi. Bye!